Hi everybody, thanks for clicking. I am Surendra. Welcome you all to this lesson on advice. In this lesson, we will be talking about how to give advice to someone in different contexts. Are you ready to learn? Let's get started. There are many ways of giving advice in English, but here we are going to be familiar with voice structure. Just we are going to practice voice structure here. Our first structure is subject plus ought to plus verb 1. It is used to express good thing to do, good result, good thing to do. It shows duty, responsibility, moral obligation. It is strong advice. जस्तो ought to plus verb 1 ले कुनै पनि काम हामीले गर्नै पर्छ ताकि त्यो काम हाम्रो जिम्मेवारी वा नैतिक कर्तव्य हो भन्ने भाव दिन्छ. We are compelled to do this thing. हामीले यो गर्नै पर्छ. It is good thing to do. It is our duty. It is our responsibility. It is our moral obligation. कुनै पनि हालतमा त्यो काम गर्नै पर्छ, नो वे आउट भन्ने सेन्स आयो भने हामीले सब्जेक्ट प्लस ought to plus verb 1 को प्रयोग गर्नुपर्छ. Ought to plus verb 1. It's a good thing to do. Just for example, you ought to read. You ought to respect your parents. You ought to do your homework. You ought to read extra books. You ought to be laborious. You ought to listen to the teacher. It is a good thing to do. यो गर्नुपर्छ. यो गर्दा तिमीलाई राम्रो हुन्छ. यो तिम्रो यो रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी हो. यो मोरल दायित्व हो. यो तिम्रो कर्तव्य हो. गर्नै पर्छ, नगरी हुँदैन भन्ने सेन्स यसले के गर्छ? व्यक्त गर्छ. यु मस्ट डु, यु शुड डु. obligation, no way out. That is the meaning of ought to plus verb 1. Similarly, second structure is subject plus ought not to plus verb 1. It's a bad thing to do. यो गर्न हुँदैन, गर्नै हुँदैन भन्ने सेन्स दिन्छ यसले. ought not to plus verb 1. त्यो गरेर कुनै किसिमको फाइदा पनि हुँदैन, फाइदा भए पनि त्यसले त्यो काम हामीले गर्ने कुनै पनि हालतमा त्यो काम गर्नै हुँदैन भन्ने सेन्समा हामीले ought not to plus verb 1 प्रयोग गर्नुपर्छ. इट इज ब्याड थिङ. त्यो गर्नु भनेको खराब हो, गर्नै हुँदैन. यसले कुनै पनि राम्रो काम हुँदैन. यसले कुनै पनि यसले कुनै पनि काम गर्नै हुँदैन भन्ने भाव व्यक्त गर्छ. यु ought not to quarrel with your friends. You ought not to quarrel with your parents. You ought not to disturb to your friends. Ought not to. It is bad thing to do. यो गर्न हुँदैन, यो खराब हो, गर्नै हुँदैन भन्ने भाव व्यक्त गर्नु पर्यो भने हामीले ought not to plus verb 1 को प्रयोग गर्नुपर्छ. Similarly, subject plus might as well plus verb 1 हाम्रो third structure. It won't do any harm. यसले कुनै असर गर्दैन. गर्न मिल्छ, यसले कुनै असर गर्दैन. धेरै बेनिफिट गर्ने पनि होइन, दिने पनि होइन र नो लस एट अल. भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट फ्याक्ट इज द्याट नो लस एट अल. इट वन्ट डु द ग्रेट बेनिफिट अल्सो. धेरै ठुलो फाइदा हुने पनि होइन, तर यसबाट घाटा चाहिँ हुँदैन. हामीले गर्न मिल्छ भन्ने सेन्स दिन्छ यसले. इट मिन्स if you do anything, there will not be any negative result over there. It won't do any harm. You have not other better option than this. No way out. You do this. So it is recommended to you. You do this. यसले के भन्न खोजेको भने कुनै काम गर्दा त्यसले असर गर्दैन, गर्न मिल्छ, तर गरेर धेरै फाइदा पनि हुँदैन, नगर्नु भन्दा गर्नु राम्रो भन्ने सेन्स दिन्छ. जस्तो तपाईहरुसँग तपाईको पुराना कपडा छ, जुन कपडा तपाईले लाउनु हुन्न र घरमा पनि त्यसको कुनै प्रयोग हुँदैन. You might as well give to the beggar. Better option, maybe perhaps this is a better option than other option. Going to wear those clothes, at present they are not fit for you. You might as well give to the beggar. त्यसैले यसमा ग्रेट इन्थुजियाजम हुँदैन काम गर्नुको, ग्रेट स्पिरिट हुँदैन. नो अदर बेटर अप्सन, perhaps you do this thing over there भन्ने सेन्स दिन्छ. मेन कुरा भनेको काम गर्न हुन्छ, गरेर कुनै घाटा हुँदैन र ग्रेट बेनिफिट हुने पनि होइन भन्ने सेन्स दिन्छ यसले. सब्जेक्ट प्लस माइट एज वेल प्लस verb 1 ले. आवर लास्ट स्ट्रक्चर इज देयर इज नो पोइन्ट इन प्लस verb 4. इट वोन्ट डु एनी गुड. त्यो यसले कुनै फाइदा दिँदैन. यहाँनिर के ख्याल राख्नुपर्छ भने इट वोन्ट डु एनी गुड भन्नुको अर्थ त्यो तपाईले काम गर्नै हुँदैन भनेको होइन. यु क्यान डु तर गरेर फाइदा हुँदैन. अब फाइदा नहुने काम त किन गर्नु पर्यो र? देयर इज नो। जस्तो यु अट नट टु प्लस भर्ब वान भनेको त्यो काम गर्नै हुँदैन, कुनै पनि हालतले गर्नै हुँदैन, फाइदा हुने भयो भने घाटा हुने भयो जे भए पनि त्यो काम गर्नै हुँदैन भन्ने सेन्स के अट नट टु प्लस भर्ब वानले दिन्छ। तर देयर इज नो पोइन्ट इन प्लस भर्ब फोर भनेको त्यो काम गर्नै नहुने त होइन, गर्न त मिल्छ तर त्यो काम गरेर कुनै पनि फाइदा हुँदैन भन्ने सेन्स दिन्छ। इट वन्ट डु एनी गुड ओभर देयर। जस्तो आई वुड लाइक टु गिभ यु एक्जाम्पल। फर एक्जाम्पल लेट्स सी तपाईँको एउटा फेन्सी पसल छ, तपाईँको साथी आउनुभयो, बेस्ट फ्रेन्ड आउनुभयो, एउटा टी सर्ट निकै मन परेछ, त्यसको कस्ट 1000 रुपिस थियो, तपाईँको खरिदै 1000 परिरहेछ त्यसको, तर साथीले माग्नुभयो 500 मा। तपाईँले दिनै नमिल्ने त होइन नि त्यो साथीलाई। यु क्यान गिभ द्याट टी सर्ट विथिन 500 कस्ट, तर दिएर फाइदा हुन्छ र? फाइदा त हुँदैन नि त। काम गर्नै नहुने होइन, काम गर्न त हुन्छ तर त्यो काम गरेर फाइदा हुँदैन। इट वन्ट डु एनी गुड। इट्स अल अबाउट द स्ट्रक्चर। सब्जेक्ट प्लस अट टु प्लस भर्ब वान, सब्जेक्ट प्लस अट नट टु प्लस भर्ब वान, सब्जेक्ट प्लस माइट एज वेल प्लस भर्ब वान, एन्ड फाइनल्ली देयर इज नो पोइन्ट इन प्लस verb 4. Verb 4 that mean here gerund, this is gerund, and noun also you can write over there. And I would like to request you to note down those structure and understand properly before starting your exercise given there. First read question properly, understand its meaning, what is the meaning, then after you implement those structure over there. I would like to give you some hint how to solve the problem associated with those structure. First, let's see question number first. Don't take your children to see that film. It will frighten them. Don't take your children. It is a bad thing to do. So you need to use, you ought not to take your children. Ought not to take your children to see that film. This is enough for you. Okay. You ought not to take your children to see that film. Similarly, question number two. Let's not sell it. It's not worth anything anyway. Means what you need to do, don't sell, but you can sell, but no benefit by selling. There is no point in selling it. Similarly, why don't we give it away? It's not worth anything anyway. Give. Question number 2, verb is sell, but question number 3, verb is give. So that here is not the matter of loss of benefit like that. If you have extra, if we have extra, yeah, we can give. Means that we might as well give it away. We might as well give it away. Similarly, don't ask him. He doesn't speak English. Don't ask him. He doesn't speak English. That means you can ask, but asking you will not get any answer. No benefit at all. So there is no point in asking him. Likewise, why don't you take a pullover? You have got plenty of room in your case. Yeah. If you take a pullover, it's okay. If you don't, but better to take pullover. Then you might as well take a pullover. Similarly, why don't you take a pullover? It might turn cold. If might turn cold, better to take. It is good idea to, good thing to take pullover. So you ought to take pullover. Similarly, let's not talk about it now. The children are listening. If children are listening, it is bad thing to talk. So you need to write, we ought not to talk about it now. We ought not to talk about it now. And last one, let's not argue about it. It won't solve the problem. Means there is no point in arguing about it. There is no point in arguing about it. You can have an argument, but having argument, there is no solution, no benefit. Yeah, it will not give any positive result. You won't get any benefit, any good. So you need to use, there is no point in arguing about it. This is the way. First of all, you read this given question properly. After reading question, try to implement on the basis of meaning those structure here.